what the market teaches you in 2 decades. If if you allow yourself decades of being in the market, what does it teach you? First of all, you have to survive in the market for 2 decades. And after this, after surviving and spending enough time, I've come to believe that the most valuable education in the market does not come from books, business schools, or balance sheets. It comes from survival in the markets. 10, 20 years of survival in the market will teach you more rather than anything else. You will go through pain, misjudgment, slow realizations, and more of such things than any classroom could ever make you go through. This isn't an argument against learning the fundamentals. You absolutely need to know how to read the financial statements, fundamentals, understand return ratios, interpret cash flows, and build balance sheets. But what no one tells you is what no spreadsheet can teach you is that all this is just the starting point. The real curriculum begins when your conviction is shattered. When you begin, in the early days, you feel in control. You've got tools, you run DCF models, you can calculate the working capital cycles, sometimes even in your sleep. You read annual reports like novels, maybe even visit factories, meet management, and understand businesses. You invest accordingly. You believe that you just know everything enough and you can predict the outcomes. But ultimately, the market will humble everyone. A promoter with a polished story disappears. Sometimes a deep value stock gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. A perfect looking balance sheet hides something which you couldn't see before, which later on comes to realization. That's when you realize the market doesn't reward knowledge, it tests your judgment. And judgment only comes after failure. Over the period of time, your eyes will start shifting. You will no longer read management commentary at face value. You will watch how they speaks, who avoids questions. You will begin to pick up the unsaid as long as you get experience in the market. The hesitation behind the optimism, the gap behind what is promised and what is implied. The balance sheets will then become a living document, not just a stagnant document. Ratios will no longer just be a math, they will be symptoms of behavior. Why are the receivables rising? You will kind of keep on asking yourself, why did the inventory spike in this quarter? Is the debt strategic or desperate? These questions don't come from textbooks. They will come from scars. They will, you stop trying to outsmart the market. You start to understand the market. That is what comes when you spend decades together in the market. You will start speaking less. You will start observing more. You will become comfortable saying, I don't know. You will stop chasing the next big thing and you will start appreciating the value of discipline, patience, and alignment. The invisible curriculum is the wisdom in the markets. It doesn't come from winning, it comes from losing. And after losing, reflecting and continuing to do the investments. This is what the market teaches you, and you have to learn by spending a decade or two in the market, which we have already done.